So sige, we will move on and I hope that you can learn from this kasi nga ito po yung book that I have written just recently. Yun nga lang tinamaan ng COVID, ng pandemic. So but then again, you can do so and hopefully it can help you out. Gibbs? Okay, listen everyone. Ayan. So basically, standout. Di ba, for many of us, ang lagi natin binabanggit, we need to be different. We need to stand out. And in leadership, this is very particular that as a leader, especially at this point, di ba, nakikita natin, maraming leader. Pero what separates a very, very good leader in our midst, in our company, or kung saan man, sa ating community, o sa atin sa school. So, ibig sabihin, there's a need to really stand out. Why? Ito I just laid down 3 ways to ensure that we will be standing out as a leader. Now, ang tanong lagi, Pao, pwede bang maging leader ako kahit na ilan lamang yung kasama ko? Yes, by all means. In fact, kahit wala nga po tayong pinamumunuan, we can always be a leader. Now, in 3 ways, with this framework that I have developed, unang-una, yung karaniwan na excellence. Diba? The usual excellence. Sabi ko nga dito, skill set can be learned. Ibig sabihin, it can be learned wherein mag-aral tayo, umattend tayo ng mga trainings, seminars, and the likes, mag-benchmark tayo with many very good leaders, not just in the country, but also abroad, we can develop a very good, excellent leader. But, laging problema, yung ethics daw. Bakit nga ba? Merong mga leader na talagang ginagawa nila at talagang tinatapakan ng ibang tao, gagawa ng ibang paraan, unethical ways, just to be leader. So, ano ibig sabihin? That's separate. Yung nagpapahiwalay ng ethical leader doon sa magiging standout, o doon sa dapat maging standout na leader. So it is anchored on character, values, and integrity. So ito yung dalawang platform, supposedly, nung ethical leadership. And ito yung ginawa kong framework based on this book. But lately, just last year, in many occasions such as this, I have included now yung agility or agile leadership. Bakit? When you talk about agility, it's about getting into the disruption na paano natin tatanggapin, paano tayo mag-adapt. Yun yung kailangan natin to be agile in your organization, in your companies, in your in your community. How do you adapt? I remember 1 year na, di ba? First 2 months of the pandemic, I have given parang ganito yung ginawa nila dyan. I have given 3 major public webinars. And tama yun. Marami ang natututo, marami talaga ang nag-a-attend. So sabi ko nga that time, yun yung mga panahon na ano ang gagawin natin. So, ibig sabihin, may mga tao kasi that have adapted, na naka-adapt sila easily in just a few times. Parang ganyan. But many people have not adapted well with this pandemic. So, ano ibig sabihin? It's something that we have to be resilient. Ibig sabihin, do we absorb? Or do we take it or resist it? So, ano ibig sabihin? With this framework right now, when you talk about ethics, when you talk about excellence, and agility or agile leadership, those for me are the framework and benchmark of a standout leader. How can we be one, everyone? Mabilis lang po ito kasi we were given just a quick time frame for this, no? Moving on with this, how can we be standout leader? Okay, ano nga ba? Paano nga magagawin natin? I have developed what I call as be the orange among apples principle. And this, I don't know kung naka-attend na po sa inyo ng aking mga ibang engagement, no, in different companies, organization. And I always and firmly believe that ito po yung kailangan natin eh. Imagine, for example, basket of apples, pulang-pula, or plate of apples, pulang-pula, and on top of that is one single orange. So ano ibig sabihin? Definitely, it's about differentiator. Definitely, it's about standing out. Now, how will you stand out? For example, if you are in business, bakit ko bibilin ang produkto o serbisyo mo? Bakit ko ipapatronize yan? Bakit ko tatangkilikin yan versus others? So you have to be the orange among apples in terms of what? Providing value, providing yung product superiority, providing that service excellence with your customers. That's for example in business. What about in your corporate career? How can I be the orange among apples? In your offices, in your companies right now, will you be the person na magsisip-sip? O ayaw natin yan, di ba? Or you will be the person who will really stand out and work your way up at the ladder ng success. So yan ang gusto natin mangyari. So the principle works in so many ways. The principle tells us about we need to stand out amongst the rest, whether in business, whether in our companies or corporate organization. So ano ibig sabihin? Try to really work on with this. We don't want to be the typical individual who will just be there and just be the same as others. So you have to be the orange among apples. Paano mangyayari yan? Moving on with this, everyone. Yan. In leadership, eto, ginawa ko po siyang pinakamadali nating maintindihan na nasaan po ba kayo dito. In fact, siguro habang binabasa ko po ito o habang dinidiscuss ko ito, can you comment to the chat box ano sa tingin nyo ang pinaka-related o applicable in your end how you lead people? Okay, first, Dodong the driver. Ano ba yung Dodong the driver? Siya ba yung typical na siya yung isang leader na typically he wanted to make action, mabilis na action. Alam niyo yung sa Tagalog, now na. Yan yung gusto niya. Now na. Ayan, may mga nagko-comment. Thank you, Regina, for that. Mag-comment po. Nako, yan na. May mga aning praning na. So, Mark praning na pala ito. So, ibig sabihin, typically, leaders have different, di ba? Different styles. So, Dodong the driver is the one na talagang gusto ko ngayon na mangyari. Kailangan merong result na mangyari. Ganyan siya. Immediately take action on, di ba? The things that he's been doing. So, Dodong the driver. Yan ha. Kayo ba ay ganyan? O may kilala kayong ganyan? O ang mga boss natin in our work, ganyan. Yan, tignan natin ha. Next, aning praning. Yan, aning praning. Ano ba yung aning praning? Ito ang mga leader o mga tao na kailangan laging may support the way you discuss things with them. Yan. So ano ibig sabihin? Kailangan meron kang, sabi ko nga support, no? Kailangan meron kang basihan. Kailangan masasagot mo yung mga tanong niya. Kasi deliberate yon na ito kung merong mga accountants sa inyo, engineers sa inyo, yung ibang leader based on parang nabasa kong research on this, they are typical aning praning. Yung bang talagang may pagbabasihan, meron talagang maraming tanong, ganyan sila. May support ka dapat lagi. Kung ang boss mo ganito o ikaw ay ganito, laging meron kang nakaantabay. Yun ang sinasabi natin sa aning praning. Amiable. Are you a person or leader who's friendly? Yan. People orientation ba ang meron ka? Yung parang ikaw ba yung, alam nyo yun, yung barrier not too much, pero syempre nandun pa rin yung pedestal. Di ba yung parang amiable? Yung parang mas gusto tayo ng mga tao natin. Kasi nga, with the approaches that we do. And lastly, Molly motivator. Yan, yung motivator, typical cheerleader, typical inspirational siya. Talagang mapapasunod yung mga tao. Talagang makikita mo na sila ay sumusunod dahil dahil naniniwala sila sa iyo, dahil inspiring ka, di ba? Parang ganyan. So yan ang mga Molly motivator. Yan ang gusto nating mangyari. At ngayon, ang tanong, paano pa kung dalawa ako? Diyan, di ba? Kung mapapansin nyo, everyone, silipin ninyo or i-analyze yung mabuti saan yung mas mabigat na weight with that. At kung mabigat yung weight nung isang nakikita nyo, more or less, that is your leadership style or personality. All right? So it's a quick, it's a quick self-assessment lamang in your leadership style. So more or less at this point, you know for a fact that, oh, pwede pala, eto pala ako. And ang tanong, validated ba? Now, di ba? So kung validated yon, it's okay. At least alam mo ngayon kung paano. Kasi bakit natin kailangan pag-usapan yan, everyone? Different personality, different people, different team members have different way to approach them. Take note of that, everyone. So yung difference ng approach natin, yung difference ng pag-develop natin ng relationship with our people needs to be adjusted based on their personality. Okay? Siguro sa mga susunod na pagkakataon, pag-uusapan natin ano nga ba naman yung mga personality ng bawat isa. But just to give you an idea, these are just ways to self-assess your leadership capability. And imagine you, everyone, would you imagine, for example, your people, your team members are similar to this? So how can you do and develop a very good relationship professionally with them? Okay, so I hope it helps. Thank you for those who have commented. Maraming salamat sa inyo, and I hope na nakatulong na malaki in how we analyze our leadership styles. Okay, now moving on with this. Ano nga ba ang mga quality? Yan. Ano nga ba yung mga quality ng gusto nating mapakita na standout leader? They are the person who really thinks positively and always focus on the solution and not too much dwelling on the problems and limitations. Yan. And then they face different challenges right now. I always tell people that
Sir Paulo, sorry po na-mute mo kayo.
Yan. Okay na tayo? Yan. So, sabi nga natin, with the courage and strength, how do we face the challenges at this point? So, dapat meron tayo. With the pandemic right now, are we facing, di ba? Are we facing yung tamang pagharap dun sa mga challenges with the strength? The true character right now of individual is always, when you're pushed against the wall, kapag yung mga ganitong problema na with different challenges, the true character of a leader, dyan lumalabas. Then, they don't do shortcuts. Kaya I always believe in that. It is based on the principle, it cannot be learned. I've stated earlier, it cannot be learned. It is our character, but it can be developed, everyone. But it can be developed. Always calm in the middle of crisis, di ba? And always humble, doesn't brag too much of their accolades, recognition, and the likes. So these are just some. I'm sure marami pa yan, ha? Marami pang tayong dapat qualities na makikita. Hey, now, let me tell you just few of the part of the book's chapter. First, yan. Can you read this with me, everyone? Be a vibrator of positivity. Yan, di ba? Don't get me wrong, wala naman yata tayong bata dito na uma-attend, pero talks about something that is really helpful to all of us. Be a vibrator of positivity. Bakit natin sinabi yung positivity and be a vibrator? Di ba? Vibrator tells us about what? Yung, syempre, yung kailangang maipakita natin na we will be the one who initiates positivity amongst our people. We should be the one agitating positivity with people. We wanted to spread positivity not with COVID. Baka mamaya positivity tayo ng COVID. Hindi po. Ayaw po natin yon. At kailangan maiwasan natin yon. But in our workplaces, in our businesses, we should be the one vibrating that positivity. These are people who spark, typically gets you warm if in case na medyo cold. Yan, that's one. These are people really burns light and brings, di ba, love and goodness and inspiration to all of us. So kaya nga sabi natin, we have to be a vibrator of positivity. Let me guide you with one example on this. Okay. Example tayo, example tayo. This is the Philippine Dragon Boat team. Yan, Philippine Dragon Boat team. And sila yung mga, I don't know kung nabalitaan niyo po to a few years ago, at ito po yung mga taong ito na talagang walang support at that time. Kumakain sila ng, alam niyo yung tahong sa, what do you call this, sa Manila Bay. Talagang walang ka-support financially. And but they continued working on it, their craft, honing their skills, even though maraming negativities, maraming naysayers, but they keep that positive mindset with them. Probably it's because of the training that they get bilang isang Dragon Boat team member. Alam naman natin how very strict ang mga trainings ito. Now, given that, kahit na ano pa yung mga nangyaring yon, they pursued. They pursued. And eventually, the story goes like wherein they won some major international competition. That alone gave them now, the limelight. Ito na ngayon, nagpatuloy at marami nang sumuporta. From Filipinos abroad, even mga sponsors, corporate sponsors, even government have taken a look at their team. So anong point dito? These people have not been taken aback because of so many negativities, so many handicap, so many disadvantages, and yet they pursued, continued, just to show us na talagang when you really work on that positivity and when you really put that motion in that setting of framing of our mind to get what we need to do, then it can be done. Vibrator of positivity. Okay? So just an example of, I'm sure marami tayong mga example ng positivity. Ngayon lamang panahon na to. Bakit ba maraming naging master bakers? Maraming naging culinary experts? At marami ring naging shopping cart master. Pero ang point natin doon, it keeps us sane to be one person with all that positivity to ensure that we face the challenges. Probably in our country, in the world, this is the biggest challenge that we have. What about us? Baka nandiyan tayo sa bahay, nagrereklamo pa tayo. Dati-rati, ang hinihingi natin, mahabang oras sa ating bahay, mahabang oras sa ating pamilya. Ngayon na ibibigay sa ating lahat. Meron pa akong nakakausap, meron akong nagiging audience pa in different engagement na nagrereklamo pa rin. Diyos ko Lord, ano na? Di ba? Ano na lang ang gagawin natin kung ang thinking pa rin natin, ganyan pa rin. Okay? So, moving to this, everyone, ito, tingnan nyo to merong dalawang klase na ayaw nating mangyari. Yung isa, unang-una, you don't want to be negatrons or negastars. Ano nga ba itong mga negatrons at negastars? Sila yung mga tao na walang iisipin kung di maging
yung consumer. Dito po yung pasyente natin na kino-consider natin na consumer is hindi ganun kalaya na basta lang po mag-avail ng service. Still, kailangan pa rin pong may jurisdiction pa rin po yung physician na pagkukonsultahan ng pasyente.
Parang may malakas na
Yes, sir, hold on po.
That is Miss Kathleen Paway.
Then after that, dito pa lang magi-start na pwedeng mag-consume ng goods and services. Yung
Kathleen Cherry Paway.
Paano na lang, ayun,
Yes, sir. Apology, sir.
Yan, okay lang, walang problema. So, mute lang tayo, everyone, kung but at least para we cannot be distracted by yung mga kasama natin. Okay, moving on with this, everyone. So, we don't want negatrons and negastars in our midst. We want to be the optimist prime. Di ba? Parang we need to transform. Sabi nga natin, be the vibrator of positivity. And when you talk about vibrator of positivity, optimist prime. Yan. We don't want that negativity spread. Alam niyo yung ganito, yung black bugs. Yung mga black bugs, sila yung mga insekto o kulisap na kapag ka pumunta o yung herd sila, marami sila, kapag ka nagpunta sila sa isang palayan o sa isang taniman, talagang sisirain nila yung taniman. Mamamatay talaga yung taniman. And when that happens, everyone, 'di ba, parang ano na ngayon yung nangyari doon sa taniman? Parang na-spread na nila yung negativities, na-spread na nila yung hindi magandang result para doon sa taniman na yon, black bugs. Similarly, in our case, we don't want those black bugs in us. Marami yan. Maraming nega. Maraming nega. In fact, baka nga yung kasamahan mo sa office, nega rin yan. Eh, ayaw natin yung ganon. So, anong gagawin natin? Why not influence that person to be what? To be the optimist prime. Di ba? We want to be an optimist prime. We wanted to transform people also. And by us, probably we can help work on this and try, di ba, to ensure that we will be the one na magiging magiging optimistic, na magiging positive. So again, never play their game. Tayo ang talo. It will just, fan the flame at sino ang losers dito? The Negatrons and the Negastars. Remember everyone, we want each and everyone to be the optimist. Right. Yan. So moving on with this, tuloy lang tayo. Yan. So this quote that I have developed in one engagement that I would be sharing with you, that it's something that we need to really embed in our hearts and mind, that people we have that winning attitude will keep on winning, and those that have tons of negativity will forever be losing. Yan ha. So I hope na makatulong sa inyo yung quote na yan, because we wanted to have that real sense of a winning attitude. We wanted to be a winner and not a loser. So people who have that winning attitude will keep on winning. If you are a winner, can you comment on the chat box, di ba? And tell us if you're a winner and ano mga paraan para naging winner kayo o patuloy yung ginagawa na maging winner kayo. Okay? And again, those that have tons of negativity will forever be losing. Maraming ganyan. Loser. Sabi nga nila, maraming ganyan. Okay? Moving on tayo. Moving on with this, everyone. Yan. Sabi ni Jay, I'm a winner for positive things. Thank you, Jay, for that. Now, next on our list, standout leadership value. Don't sell your soul. Bakit nga ba natin sinasabi na don't sell your soul? There are people who just, for the power of things, or, for many things na gusto natin sa buhay natin, talagang binebenta na yung sarili. Not necessarily yung physical. Ang sinasabi natin dito, yung bang maipakita mo na para lamang sa isang promotion, para lamang, for example, sa isang bagay na alam mo namang kaya mong kunin, pero ginagawa pa rin nating maging unethical kasi we're selling already our soul. Now, look at this, everyone. If you got integrity, moving on with this, if you got integrity, integrity is something that is a bedrock of all values that shapes an organization's culture. So, ibig sabihin, check on your culture, corporate culture yan, dun sa community culture ninyo, or dun sa business culture mo, o baka nga wala pa kayong kultura, di ba, na tama. I always remember, I have this one program, yung parang culture building at work, Cabs at Work. And surprisingly, marami pa rin companies na until now, they have not developed a certain culture within the organization. So ano na mangyayari pagka ganun? Di ba? Ano mangyayari doon pagka ganun na? So ang mangyayari doon, disarray. Yung mga tao natin hindi alam. Walang pinaniniwalaan. And when that happens, paano naman ang mangyayari with the whole organization? So remember everyone, standout leadership, sabi natin, is about developing that ethics also. It is that integrity that is the bedrock of any org's culture. And the culture really tells us about inside and out. Kailangan nakikita, kailangan meron tayo doon, and it will be what? To begin with the leader. Take a look at this slide for the next slide natin. This quote that I have included in the book tells us about the soul of an organization is always defined by the values of its leader. So yan lagi kong sinasabi, di ba? Nandoon ang organization will be led by its leader when values are defined by, di ba? By us. Di ba? Yan. Kasi kung hindi define yan at malabo talaga yan, tell me, sana didiretso yung ating organization. Maliit man o malaki. Now, bigyan ko kayo ng mga halimbawa ng mga galawang petics. Ayan. Pwede po tanungin kayo, mag-comment lang kayo dito sa chat box natin. Ano ba ang alam nyong mga galawang petics sa inyong mga opisina? Mga galawang petics sa inyong mga organization or businesses? Can you comment on the chat box? Ano ang mga galawang petics? O yung pong mga medyo, yung mga sa millennial po yun, everyone yung po yung mga tinatawag na galawang petics, yung mga pabuhat, yung mga ganyan. At kung ano pa, ayan, credit grabber, sabi ni Mark. Sige, mag-comment lang kayo, ano ang mga galawang petics na alam ninyo sa opisina at nakikita ninyo at lagi nyong nandyan. Yan, ano pa ang mga ano pa ang tingin yung galawang petics? Alam niyo ba yung sinatawag na Sarah G? Yan. Alam niyo yung Sarah G? Yung paikot-ikot lang daw na kunyari maraming ginagawa. Yan ang mga galawang petics. Ayan, ang dami nag-comment, no? Power tripping, procrastinators, yung mga ano pa ba itong mga nandito? Sige, para quick lang, mabasa natin ng konti. Mga echo. Tama ba to? Echo, nag-work pa din lang. Nag-work pag nandyan lang ang boss. Yan daw Marilu, yan daw yung mga mga Sarah G. O nagbibisi-bisihan, paikot-ikot, power tripping, from Raleigh, Aileen Picanya, procrastinator, mga sip-sip. Sige pa, Gas Lansar, cheating daw. Giving up sa mga task na feeling la din la kaya, from Regina, Mark Anthony Credit. Ayun, so ano pa? Yan, meron pang mga iba. From Miss Winda, hello Ma'am Winda, majority they do ethically, pretending to be busy. Thank you, Christine. Gossiping, from Miss Marilu. Magandang hapon, Miss Marilu. Charlie Brisuela, what is for me? From Leo, sakit ang drama. Naku, mahirap magkasakit ngayon, Leo. Raleigh Age, as if doing something. Correct. Ang dami kong narinig na niyan. Meron ba kayong mga alam na lugar kung saan laging nagpapapetik-petiks? Yan. Marami sila, normal sa Pilipinas, sabi ni Gas, Evelyn, mga feeling bisor. Naku, leader. From May Guevara, boasting. From Bon, sometime it is because of the leader. And Gas, Sarah G, paikot-ikot. Yes, Sarah G. Yan ang natutunan ko with all this engagement. Ano pa, ang dami. Marichelle, feeling sila lahat gumawa pero ibang tao pala. Philip C, Echo, sinasabi ulit in another manner ang thought or sinasabi ng office mate. J. Reyes, feeling rich. O yan, so iba-iba nakikita nyo. Maraming galawang petics. And we don't want papetic petics. And siguro because of the culture also of the Filipinos, parang yung chill, di ba? Chill lang tayo, relax lang. Kaya lang, napupunta sa ibang konteksto. Yun yung ayaw natin. So ano pa ba yung mga galawang petics? Ito, nagbigay kami ng ilang halimbawa rito. Someone who bums around instead of giving attention to his work. Do you believe in that? I'm sure you will say and you will agree with me. Robs the company of time. Ayan, di ba? Uso pa ba ngayon yung may record book? Yung pupunta sa isang department, makikipag-usap, matagal pa yung pakikipag-usap at pumunta doon sa isang department kaysa doon sa ginawa. Robs the company of time. Pabebe, paawa effect. Sabi ni Jess, very good. Dumps the load of work on his or her subordinates. Ayan, yan yung mga pabigat na tinatawag. Now, some of the ethics ways is that you treat the company like it is your own. Alam nyo, sinasabi dati lagi, bakit ko kailangan aakuin ng sarili ko? You have to have that owner's mindset, everyone. You have to be entrepreneurship within your company and organization. That's the only way you will realize when you embed that thinking within us, in your hearts and mind, na mabibigay mo yung tama sa ating companies. Doing what is best even if no one is looking. Do you agree with that? Ayan ang pinakamatindi. Sabi nyo nga, alam nyo yun, ang dami-daming gamit sa workstation. Kinakalat lang, akala mo ang daming ginagawa. Pero anong totoo? Baka naka-Netflix o iFlix. Lahat na lang piniflix. Di ba? So doing is best even if no one is doing. At the end of the day, it's about result. At the end of the day, we will be seen and we will be measured by the performance that we do. So kahit na marami kang gamit dyan, kung di mo naman ginagawa yung tamang gawain na expected from you, tell me. Yan. Then honest even on little things. Yan. So tayo ba talagang honest even on little things? It may be time, it may be resources, and so many things. Yan yung mga ethics na gusto natin. Yung petics ang ayaw natin. Iwaksi natin ang petics. So no more Saraji, no more bisi-bisihan, no more AIDS at marami pang iba na galawang petics. Okay, next tayo on the list. Bilisan natin ng konti ito. Bilisan natin ng konti. Strip the crown off your head. You know, these are the usual problem of leaders. Pagka na-promote, yun, may nagbanggit nga kanina. Sabi niya, parang bisor-bisor lang, di ba? Parang umasta, akala mo siya na ang boss mo. Pero pareho lang kayo. Tapos taga-utos lang siya. So we don't want superior to inferior. We don't need to treat people like emotionless machine. Ayaw natin silang parang makina. Although sa ngayon, chatbot, di ba? Uso ngayon yung mga things that because of technology. But then again, people, individual, is something that hindi mawawala pa rin yan. They still have the heart. They still have emotion, everyone. So never treat people as emotionless machine. How do we do that? Pride your pride. Hey, paano nga yung pride your pride? Ito Una, to avoid unhealthy pride, we have to be humble. So, para hindi tayo mag-stumble. That's one. Don't pretend and instead draw the line. How do we draw the line? At work, first, you are a leader. Agree tayo doon. High five tayo doon. Wala tayong problema doon. You are the decision maker, critical thinker, things that you are the boss. You are the leader. Okay? Now, after work, we can be us. We can be ourselves. We can bond, but not at this point, di ba? Medyo hindi pa rin pwede. Anong key dito? We have to be vulnerable. Yan ang gusto nating sabihin. We have to show compassion. We have to be with our team. We have to develop our very good relationship with them. And so many things para maipakita natin. So, pero ang tanong, paano? Boss niya pa rin ako. Walang problema yon, boss ka pa rin niya. Nandun pa rin yung respect. Nandun pa rin, di ba? Tingnan nyo lang everyone. Ito, we have one program, no, yung Love of Work program. At meron kami doon isang, just to share with you, quick lang to. Meron kaming isang poll question doon na paano ka magiging happy at work? Alam nyo, ang laging consistent na lumalabas doon, one of those, yung learning opportunities. At saka yung, syempre, given yung sa leader. Now, anong sinasabi natin doon? We can be a leader, a respected leader. We can be a standout leader. Diba? Pero anong gagawin natin? At the end of the day, we can still be vulnerable with them. Diba? So, kailangan natin yun Sabi nga, this pandemic lately, honestly, no, meron kami isang pagkakataon, o maraming pagkakataon pala, na yung isang love of work program na yon is something that many organizations would like to have in their companies or businesses. Bakit? Alam nyo, sa totoo lang, marami pa rin, kahit na pandemic na, nawalan na ng trabaho, marami unfortunately, marami nagsarang companies and businesses, unfortunately again. Pero would you believe na marami pa rin, hindi pa rin, na-embed sa kanila na dapat mahalin nilang mabuti ang trabaho. Na nandun pa rin yung pag-iisip na, would you believe na magpapaalam dahil market day para lang makapag-absent? Those things. And marami pa ring reclamation. 'Di ba? Marami pa ring reclamation na sana ngayon Ang tanong ko I always challenge people at this point, everyone. If we have so many in our complaint list, have we tried to come up with a grateful list? Tignan nyo po yun, everyone. If you are a corporate, in your corporate career right now, if you are in business right now, if you are a leader right now, tignan nyo po ang pagkakataon. Mas marami pa rin ba ang complaint list? Or meron din bang gumagawa ng grateful list? Sabi ko nga, one way or the other, baka totally isa lang na the mere fact na meron tayong trabaho ngayon, it will outweigh everything already. Tell me. So, ano ibig sabihin dito? As a leader also, we need to be flexible. We need to be human, yes, but not, sobra-sobra naman na kahit hindi na maganda, ganun pa rin siya. Okay? So I hope that helps everyone. So with this quote, moving on with this quote, everyone, a perception of superiority is the downfall of a false leader. Yan ang sasabi natin. Kaya ang sabi natin, let's strip the crown from our heads. Okay? Walang problema yon in our offices. We are the boss. We are the critical thinker. They follow us, di ba? Diba? Pero ang kailangan po natin talaga is di ba? Let's not forget that it's just a crown. It's just a title. Kaya nga ayaw nga natin na maging dahil sa titulo, di ba yung term sa Tagalog? Ano yung term sa Tagalog? Lumalaki ang ulo natin. Parang ganyan siya. So, hey, so last on the list for our discussion, ito yung huli. Build a winning culture. Yan. Bakit nga ba winning culture? Yan ang sinasabi natin. Bakit nga ba kailangang align ang attitude natin at values natin with our organization, with our people? Honestly, very heavy po ako on culture building. I always love, una-una in my company, siguro sa haba ng panahon na by the way, we're 22 years now this September. And sa haba po ng panahon na yon, we keep on continuing driving our people to be culturally fit in the organization. And this, I have shared to many organizations and companies already. Bakit? The need to build that culture is something that we need to work on because it involves our attitude, our behavior, and the alignment of things within our organization. Let me cite you with this, no? What's culture nga ba? Yan, what's culture nga ba? Culture is something that you have to. It's a day-to-day living. It's breathing day in, day out. Yung para bang hinihinga natin, para bang dun sa ating buhay. At ito ay dapat ma-form within organization, being part of the buy-in of the employee and embedded in their hearts and mind. So ano ibig sabihin, everyone? Ang kultura, something that it is connected with our brain and our heart. Something that is aligned. Something that we need to see in each and every one of our team members. Kailangan may buy-in within. Yan. Bakit nga ba kailangan ng buy-in within? marami sa employees, marami sa mga kasamahan natin kung minsan, mga ano, may, alam nyo yun, hindi ginagawa yung dapat. At nariyan lamang because of the paycheck, because of the 15th and 30th, wala mismo yung purpose, wala mismo yung tamang kultura at hindi fit with the culture of the organization. And when that happens sa everyone, paano mangyayari? As mentioned earlier, everything else will not follow based on the things that we wanted to drive for the company, for the organization. Business objectives, corporate objectives may not be met because people are not aligned and they are not part of the things that you need to work on. And wala silang buy-in kasi wala lang, parang nandun lang sa top management yung dapat. It has to be down the line, top to bottom. Parang ano po ito dun sa isang commercial ni Liza Soberano at ni Enrique Hill. Yan, si Liz Ken. O, alam niyo po ba yung Liz Ken? Yan. O ang alam niyo po si Katniel. O si Jaydin. Ako, di halatang puro ABS-CBN to. I'm sure po si Jenny, alam po ni Jenny yan. Yung mga millennials pong katulad namin, mga alam po yan. Okay, alright. Okay. So ano ibig sabihin with this culture? It has to be aligned. Parang sinasabi nga natin, dun sa kay Liz Ken na yon, kay Liza Soberano in particular, meron po siyang isang commercial. Hindi ko na po sasabihin ng pangalan ng brand ng soda o ng soft drinks. But doon po sa commercial na yon, ito po yung pinaka-highlight, sabi niya. Parang orange taste pa lang daw, bentang-benta na. Yan. O hindi ko na sasabihin ko ano yung orange na yon. Hulaan nyo na lang, pero ilan lang yata yung orange na yon. So anong point everyone? Orange taste pa lang, bentang-benta na. Similarly, in our team, what do we need to do is really provide that culture, a space in our hearts and mind, connect with our brain and mind, that with our brain and heart, that culture. Meaning to say, ang bawat isa dapat may buy-in. Ang bawat isa dapat may bentang-benta ang sistema natin, ang proseso natin, ang organization natin, ang company natin, ang mga kasamahan natin, di ba? Dapat bentang-benta sa atin ang produkto natin, ang services natin. Ito nga, nakakapagtaka Merong mga organization, employee ng mga organization, mismong produkto nila, hindi nila na-appreciate. Mismong produkto nila o services nila, hindi nila pinapatronize. Kumusta naman kung gano'n ang mangyayari? Nasaan yung kultura pag nag-orientation tayo? Nasaan tayo as a standout leader, getting our team get into it? Diba? Yun po ang problema. So we need to have that buy-in with our team. We need to have that buy-in. Okay? So, can we move on? I think we're just about to finish this one. Just to relate with you quickly lang with this, everyone. Siguro po kung bakit yung nahalata, lagi ako naka-orange. No? Marami ko nakikita mga followers po ngayon. Maraming salamat for joining. And ito po yung isang kultura that we have developed in our company. We call this it's a battle cry na wherein we wanted to ensure that our people are dugong pongkan. Hindi po ang P ang nakalagay sa likod ha. Hindi po P. Preso. But dugong pongkan is something that we continuously develop with our team, wherein that buy-in is badly needed na kailangan talaga magkaroon ng bentang-benta sa tao. It's going to be quite long if I'll be discussing this, but just to give you an idea, that culture within organization and a standout leader can always see that the culture within must be done, must be continuously being, provided and encouraged. Okay, so let me move forward. Patapos na po tayo. I hope you're still there, everyone. Yan. So, how do we let our sunshine be with others, di ba? Una, you pass on the glow and reach out to fellow leaders na also traveling in this, in leadership journey, whether they're starting out or they're seasoned already. Yan, di ba? And pass on the light of the values on others' path as bright as the noonday sun. We can always let our sun shine on others too. Please remember that. We can always let our sun shine on others too. We can make champion leader and standout leader coming from us, helping people and developing them also. Diba? Yan ang gusto nating mangyari. And lastly on this, everyone, lastly on this, yan. This is always a challenge that I have posted for many companies and organizations and leaders to be exact. Don't be afraid to stand out. The world needs leaders like you. Especially so at this point of time that leadership for one is, yung mga iba talaga hindi nila nakikita when we say leaders. And I hope that you'll be standing out also on this. And I hope that you will help us develop many champion leaders and many standout leaders. Ayan. Jen, can we take this opportunity to invite everyone, no? Again, we will be providing 10 books. Gibbs, pwede ba natin i-chat na lang dun sa ano? Yeah, now. Anyway, we would like to invite you still. Our Kickstart program for this year is still on. So if you wanted to get your team motivated pa rin, dire-diretso, let us know. We can always collaborate. There's email and numbers on this slide. No? So for pharma, lahat, iba-iba, real estate and so on, insurance, let us know. We can always help you out. And also, we would like to invite you to get into our signature programs also like yung mga nabanggit natin, culture building, mindset of champion keynotes, some activities on sales masters program, modular, and so many things within our list. Later, we would like to invite you also to join us tonight. Yan, tonight, yung online sa Facebook po, the Paolo TV Show every Saturday, 7 p.m. It's a online show for professionals, corporate, and businesses also. So join us every Saturday. Just get into FB Live or Workplace Excellence PH. Imbitahan na rin na po namin kayo dyan. And ano pa ba? For those who will not be given join our community, everyone. Join our community. Ayun, Workplace Excellence PH. For many motivation, insight, join us po dito sa Workplace Excellence in FB. Ha? Yun. For those na hindi mabibigyan namin ng 10 libro, you can still avail of our books na in-extend po namin mula nung December. You can get the 2 books. First, the strategies, the best-selling strategies of the champion entrepreneur, and the standout leadership book for only $699. Free shipping na po siya. Nationwide lang nationwide lamang. Maraming tatanong kasi pag sa abroad, hindi po nationwide lamang. If you wanted to have a copy, syempre, wala mo ng picture but meron pong autograph. Yan, may signature and personally for you. So let us know. We can also do yung mga bulk orders. Nandiyan po yan. Message us or inquire us. Doon naman po sa page. So again, we can always connect everyone. We can always connect or email us. Paolo Tibig. Parang follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, follow me on LinkedIn, on Twitter, saan pa? Lahat po ng social media. On YouTube, mag-subscribe po kayo sa YouTube. Marami pong playback ng mga episodes ng show at yung mga posting po namin ng mga events mga snippet of events na iba't ibang learnings doon sa YouTube channel. Only Paolo Tibig, P-A-U-L-O. Marami pong nagkakamali sa P-A-U or P-A-O. Yan. So again, for the first 10, Jen, paano na lang for the first 10, mag-email lang po kayo sa amin. And ayan. Yan. So option will be paolotibigcorporatetraining@gmail.com. Subject niyo po, first 10 to email. Pwede bang pahirapan naman natin ng konti to Gibbs? Lagay niyo lang po, for you, what is a standout leader?